From Carver Arena back in Peoria, the IHSA Class A Boys Championships continue with Carmi White County, the Bulldogs, against the Reapers of Plano. Quarterfinal number 4. And welcome back to Peoria. Yes, we are still playing. It's a long day. He's Dave Kaplan. I'm Mike Lederman. We've got Mitch Robinson patrolling the sidelines. Interesting matchup here between two schools that just a couple of years ago were nowhere. Carmi was 5-20. Plano just 3 years ago was 2-22, and son of a gun, they've turned things around, and they're both in the state quarterfinals, the Elite Eight.
Absolutely, both teams have really worked hard to get to this point. Carmi does have some rich tradition, though. If you go back many years, Hall of Fame coach John McDougal was the guy patrolling the sidelines for Carmi.
I knew you were going to do that to me. If you were with us earlier, he's been holding me hostage with this name for a good old John McDougal of NIU. Okay, well, let's talk about what is now, okay? For Carmi, very intelligent team. They've got a couple of valedictorians in the starting lineup. What does that mean? Nothing if you can't make jump shots, but Eric Walker, number 55, can do that and more.
Absolutely. He can score in large numbers. He averages about 13 points a game. He's 6'6", 195 pounds, so he's going to have to score better than that tonight for Carmi to advance.
Well, the Plano Reapers, anything but grim. This has been an absolutely wonderful season for them under Coach Scott Miller. He's another ISU alum. Meanwhile, their team revolves around a sensational player by the name of Brad Korn. He's headed for ISU, but first he's got to stop off here. He's got some unfinished business.
Absolutely. Brad Korn, 24.5 points per game. He can score in a variety of ways. Has excellent footwork. He's 6'9", 190 pounds. He's got to get stronger, but he really knows how to play inside, and we'll see if he can knock some shots on. He also can step out to the three-point line.
Well, stepping out for tonight, we've got our guy, Mitch Robinson. He's roaming the sidelines. Hello, Mitch.
Hey, Mike, how you doing? Let's talk about leadership. These teams, they've got them. Carmi starts 4 seniors and a junior. Plano, not one sophomore on the roster. Not bad. Back to you guys.
All right, the teams are warming up. Plano's T-shirts say "Dream the Dream." Carmi, well, they're ready to bust that bubble. We'll be back. Start things off after this.
Welcome back to Carver Arena. Mitch Robinson here with Carmi head coach Brad Lee. And coach, we talked about the leadership. You have seniors. How big a role is that going to play tonight in this atmosphere?
Well, these seniors have been on 3 20-plus win seasons now. Some of them have started off and on for 3 years and for 2 for sure. And they've been in championship-type games and played in situations, not to this extent, but they know to win a championship that the kind of effort that has to be displayed, and I hope that'll pay off.
How many people you throw at Brad Korn?
As many as we can, and then I don't think it'll be enough.
We'll talk to you at the half. Good luck to you. Thanks
you.
a lot. Stay with us. We've got more pregame action coming up right here on Fox Sports Chicago. Oh, okay, tell me when. Welcome back to Carver Arena. Mitch Robinson here with Scott Miller, the coach at Plano, coming off a great win against Forest. And what do you tell the guys to keep the ball rolling and get you guys going tonight in this atmosphere?
Well, I thought Tuesday night we really came out with a good focus of what we wanted to do, and that was to pound the ball into Brad Korn. It's new surroundings, and I think anytime you can throw it into your big guy and he's shooting 5-foot jumpers, it calms us down a little bit. And those are things we want to do tonight, too. We want to throw it into him and get some good looks early and take off from there.
All right, we'll talk to you at the half, see if you get it done.
Thank you.
Good luck to you, Coach. Mike, back to you.
Thank you, Mitch. There are the Reaper fans. You know they are pumped for this. And this is our 4th quarterfinal. Of course, we'll continue with the semifinal and finals coverage tomorrow. Time to introduce the teams. And let's go to the public address.
No other state in America can claim the rich history and tradition that has been generated by March Madness in Illinois. Earning a berth among the Elite 8 in the IHSA Boys State Tournament is a tremendous accomplishment. A special qualifier pin for the letter jacket recognizing the players on each of the 1999 Elite 8 teams has been authorized by the IHSA Board of Directors. They will be presented to each player in tonight's quarterfinal game by a representative of one of our March Madness Experience sponsors. Fans of America's original March Madness, please direct your attention to the Carver Arena floor. Presenting the special qualifier pin to the visiting team will be Bob Goodman, Director of Marketing, Central Illinois Pepsi-Cola. And presenting the special qualifier pin to the home team will be Scott Sissel, Vice President of Sales and Marketing for Silco. Now, here are the non-starters for tonight's quarterfinal game. For Carmi, White County, a 6-foot sophomore. Number 12, Jade Mitchell. The 6-foot sophomore guard, 23, Denton Aud. The 6-foot junior guard, 24, Josh Mathis. The 6'1 junior forward, 32, Jake Campbell. The 6'2 junior forward, 34, Ben Bradshaw. The 6'1 junior forward, 41, Dustin Blazier. The 5'10 sophomore guard, 42, Tyler Stern. 6'1 sophomore forward, 45, Zach Layton. 6'3 sophomore center, number 50, Jonathan Gomat. And a 6'3 sophomore center, 52, Alan Fletcher. And now let's meet the non-starters for the Plano Reapers. A 5'8 senior guard, number 3, Kyle Klatt. The 5'9 junior guard, 23, Robert Moreno. The 6'1 junior guard, 31, Eric Swanson. The 5'10 junior guard, 32, Luis Oken. The 6'2 forward, the senior, 41, Nick Pasenka. The 6'3 junior forward, 43, Andy Enoch. 6-foot junior forward, number 50, Ricky Lucero. The 6'1 senior guard, 51, Matt Alfredson. The 6'3 junior forward, 53, Paul Blythe. And a 6'3 senior center, 55, Lee Meyer. Here are the starting lineups for this 4th quarterfinal game. At a forward for Carmi, White County, a 6'1 senior, 22, Nathan Hamilton. At a forward for Plano, the 6'2 senior, number 5, Ryan McCoy. At a forward for the Bulldogs, a 6'3 senior, 33, Matt Hines. The other forward for the Reapers, a 6'3 junior, 35, Justin Shamando. At center for Carmi, White County, a 6'6 senior, 55, Eric Walker. At center for Plano, a 6'9 senior, 13, Brad Korn. At a guard for the Bulldogs, a 5'11 junior, number 10, Kyle Hahn. At a guard for the Reapers, a 5'11 senior, number 11, Roberto Flores. The other guard for Carmi, White County, is 6-foot senior, number 14, Dusty Odd. And the other guard for Plano, a 5'11 senior, number 45, Kevin Jensen. Coaching staff for Carmi, White County, the assistant coaches are Todd Rice,
Plano and Carmi going at it in the quarterfinals. There is the Plano huddle, number 13, Brad Korn. You're going to be hearing a lot of his names. 6'9", 190 pounds and growing. And there the Carmi, White County, the maroon and white. Coached by Brad Lee from McLeansboro. He spent his youth in Jerry Sloan's camps learning basketball. And the road to Peoria, the path to Peoria for the Bulldogs. Hillsborough, the big win, 49-42 there. Before that, Effingham, St. Anthony, and KZ Westfield. Not an easy road to Peoria for the Bulldogs, but they like it just fine in Bradley's 8th season. Meanwhile, the Plano Reapers, Bureau Valley, Spring Valley Hall, a big win there. And Forreston by 3, 57-54. Brad Korn with 34 points in that ball game. You see, dream the dream. That's the Plano slogan. This is a team that didn't expect to be anywhere just a couple of years ago. Well, maybe they had an idea. They were playing freshmen and sophomores. When Scott Miller took over, he said, we're going to start young. There is Scott. who was kind of young himself. But 2 years later, son of a gun, with many of the same players in the lineup, they're 22-8. Meanwhile, over at Carmi, Brad Lee, a storied tradition of coaching. His uncle and his cousin, all coaches, coach at Nashville and McLeansboro. Now we are underway. Plano in the home white, the Bulldogs in the maroon. Quickly they work it in, and the shot good by Nathan Hamilton to start things off, the 6'1" senior forward.
Well, earlier today we saw a club get off like that, get a shot opportunity, attack the basket in the first couple seconds, and it got them going quickly.
Korn in trouble, fires the ball off the Plano player, and that's a smart move.
Waterloo that I was talking about earlier today. We'll see if that energizes Carmi.
This is Kevin Jensen. And the point guard is Roberto Flores. All seniors except for number 35, Shimando. That's he with the ball. He is a junior. Ryan McCoy working against the man-to-man. Out it comes Flores with the open look, top of the key. Saved nicely, but the follow-up missed by McCoy. And we get a whistle and a foul. For me, says Nathan Hamilton, I believe it's you.
Well, you mentioned Justin Shimando. Coach Scott Miller was telling me the other day, he said when this kid came back from a knee injury suffering football, that's what really helped our club. It energized us.
He was out from Christmas to February, and he came back, and he'll be operated on next week for Point Cardinals, but he's playing now.
He's gutty.
Flores the jumper. Korn the rebound, and we're going to get a whistle underneath. The push-off called against Brad Korn.
Not the kind of start Coach Miller was looking for.
Especially when 40% of your offense gets tagged with a foul inside of a minute.
Absolutely.
Carmi, White County, and Plano. Man, both teams. Hamilton looking in. Underneath, going for Walker in the foul. Push off, Shimando got him.
Tell you what, the whole town of Plano must be here.
Oh, definitely.
There is a sea of purple. They are really into it. They may be the most enthusiastic crew we've seen yet.
Well, they gave the foul to Flores, his first. This is Hines. Point guard is Kyle Hahn. And once again, Hamilton has it blocked nicely inside by McCoy. Good look underneath Walker. Doubled up. Gets his own rebound and the foul.
Well, real good aggressiveness inside. That's banging the offensive glass. Eric Walker.
Shimando on the foul. We'll show it to you close up.
Now here's a great pass. Real nice job. Doesn't make a clean catch, but he gathers himself, goes up, probably gets hit once, goes up again, and she falls.
And the three-point play.
We also have an update on the condition of Coach Bill Garrett. He has just been taken away on a stretcher. Does have oxygen on. He is conscious, but he's going to a local hospital. So we'll keep you updated on the condition of Providence St. Mel coach Bill Garrett.
And of course, our hopes, our prayers are with Bill and his family, and we just hope everything's all right.
If you're just joining us, he collapsed at the end of the St. Mel game that they lost 47-44.
Flores, a nice look. Shimando had the shot. Korn trying to tip it. And grabbing the rebound is Dusty Odd. He's the playmaker for this team. Over to Hines. Matt Hines as they try to run the offense here. Inside Walker again. And Korn gets the rebound.
Walker's aggressive on the block. He looks to score. He catches that ball, and he's looking to get that thing up on the glass.
They look to Korn. Wow. Okay.
He's got a soft touch.
Remember, he's 6'9", 190, averages 25 points a ball game.
I mean, look how thin he is. But someday, Kevin Stallings gets a hold of him. He's going to be in the weight room morning, noon, and night.
A lot of talent going to Southern Illinois from the Prep League in Chicago, men and women. Molly McDowell from Nokomis going to SIU. As once again, Nathan Hamilton, he's got 4, and Molly, of course, is just to Molly's going to Southern. Brad Korn is going to Southern.
Bruce Weber will get a hold of him there.
That's okay. And nobody got a hold of him there. He's got a second straight bucket. 4:20 and counting. Carmi with the 3-point lead. Good look underneath, but knocked away by Flores. Roberto on the move, 2-on-2. Good left.
Real nice take. Protected the ball, got his left hand dribble, and got the ball up on the glass. Nice job to complete the play.
3-year starter as a senior. He's got 2, averages under 5. Odd with a 12.2 average. There's Dusty, fires from 3. Rebound underneath Walker.
In the right place at the right time, and he gets himself a stick back.
Eric Walker 5, his team's got 9 and a lead of 3. Under 3.5 to go. First quarter. First game tonight, Rock Falls on the thriller over Providence St. Mel by 3.
Great pass.
Underneath, but missing the layup. Shimando, there's a foul.
What a pass, though, by Korn.
Well, you talk about being a complete package. If this is Hamilton, that's 2 on him.
I mean, here's an outstanding pass. You see 3 purple shirts, and he finds the cutter. Real nice job.
Got a little shot in the back from Hamilton, but that was certainly a makeable shot underneath. Justin probably couldn't believe he was so wide open. 54% from the line. And here is Ben Bradshaw, a 6'2" junior. He'll come in, and Hamilton with the 2 fouls. And his club-leading 14-point scoring average will sit down. Shimando 0 for 2. Again, a Walker underneath. Down low, they look for Walker again. Shimando got a hand on it.
Real good defensive sign by Shimando.
They go to the corner with the open look. Just coming into the game as Bradshaw missed that one. Check it, that was Matt Hines. And Hines, they're worried about playing on a separated shoulder. McCoy. And Ryan McCoy gets his first bucket. Get a good look at Matt Hines, number 33, coming there. He separated his shoulder just the other day. Popped it back in. They don't know how long he can go with it.
Well, in fact, Mitch Robinson's going to update us on it. He's got more than just the shoulder to deal with.
Out of bounds. Bulldogs ball, 2 minutes left first quarter. Let's take a break right here. It's a 1-point ball game. Carmi with the lead. 9-8 Carmi leading. Let's swing it over to our buddy Mitch Robinson.
Hey, Mike, you just recently talked about Matt Hines and his separated shoulder. He separated it midway through the super sectional win. Like you said, they're not sure how long it'll go, but he's also dealing with a little more. In the sectional win, he got hit in the head, in the ear so hard that the air pushed in, ruptured his eardrum. So the guy's playing with a ruptured eardrum, separated shoulder. Hopefully no more damage before the end of this one. Back to you.
Gotta be tough.
Does that mean that if the coach is yelling, he can't hear him?
That may be the one benefit of the whole thing. There's Hines.
Can't hear you, coach. Oh, don't shoot. I didn't hear you.
Zach Layton in there, has the ball pickpocketed. Flores again with the left hand, but out of control this time. Nice defense in there by Hines. And the foul called on Flores. Not a good decision. They gave that foul to Kevin Jensen, number 45, his first. Still a one-point ball game. Carmi the lead and the ball. Underneath to Walker. Nice play to blocked nicely by McCoy. But we got a whistle again.
But Carmi does a nice job with that high-low entry to go over the top of the defense and get the ball inside. They do a very nice job with that. Eric Walker's got good hands. Now watch the pass from the top. Look for your big guy, and he stays with it. And there's your foul.
Shimanda was second. And Walker, 68% from the line, has 6 points this quarter.
Now see, bringing Shimanda out, who has the football player mentality, very physical, and that's a compliment. You bring in a much thinner player inside.
And Enoch, number 43.
Right, and that makes you much more vulnerable to Eric Walker.
7 points for Walker, 4 for Nathan Hamilton. That's the scoring for Carmi. They lead it by 3. McCoy holding it out. Here's Korn working against Walker. Again, they get it to Korn. Now the moves.
Off the window. Real good job to square his shoulders up, and he does a nice job with that slingshot to get it up on the glass. Future Saluki.
Walt Frazier be proud.
Absolutely.
Swinging it. Very aggressive man defense here. Hines looks down for Walker again. There's Korn on him, and a good spin move by Eric Walker. 9 points.
Korn was looking for the official to make a call, and I think he quit playing defense.
He's holding his hands out in the lane, and that's not going to get you much, except an official who's not going to be real too inclined to call one for you next time. (13-10) Carmi. Plano with the ball. Korn. Oh my.
Wow!
Let me know when you want me to score, Coach.
He may not be able to bang, but he can do everything else.
With the clock ticking down to the end of the quarter, Brad Korn just showing us what to do. Just a little fake left, turn right, pivot, go. It's a 1-point ball game. Second quarter coming up. One-point Carmi lead as we begin the second quarter here at America's original March Madness. And Plano to inbound. Brad Korn made all 4 of his shots from the field, including a buzzer beater to cut the Carmi lead to 1. Matt Alfredson in, number 51. There's Korn. And a whistle away from the ball. A little pushing and shoving. Looks like Walker underneath will get the foul. The broadcast rights for this IHSA championship event have been granted to Fox Sports Chicago and Intersport Television by the Illinois High School Association. Any reproduction or rebroadcast without the express written consent of Fox Sports Chicago, Intersport Television, and the IHSA is prohibited. I'm Mike Lederman alongside David Kaplan, Mitch Robin controlling the sidelines, and we are glad to have you with us here as March Madness continues. Shooting percentages pretty good, and look at that back door or front door. Either way, Walker's got 11.
Well, he's going to have a huge night because nobody on Plano can handle him inside. They're going to have to put 2 guys on him, bump him, and try and get him out of his comfort zone. If he catches it 3-4 feet, it's almost automatic.
And Alfredson fires it up. Rebound McCoy. Loses it. Nice pass looking up ahead on. Missed that, but you know who's there for the follow.
He's just got it cooking right now. He's stuck on automatic. Runs the court, defends, rebounds, scores on the block. He's doing it all.
13 of the 17 Carmi points at the hands of Eric Walker. 5-point lead for the Bulldogs. Again, a whistle away from the ball. And it will go against Flores For Roberto, that's number 2.
Well, they're trying to do something to get Brad Korn free. Brad is not a physical player, and what Carmi has decided to do is they're going to bump him. Every time he goes through the lane, he's going to be verbally passed along, and he's going to get a shot. And he has got to respond to the physical play because that's what he's in for when he gets down to Carbondale and plays for Bruce Weber. It's very physical to Division I ranks. He's got to learn how to play that.
Jensen, Shamondel, and Eric Swanson. Look at those second chance points as Plano substitutes 3 players.
All over the offensive glass.
Most of that's Walker. Line the 3-2 zone. A check at Plano, of course, in the zone. Carmi just hold the ball right out. Aud is looking to the bench for instructions from Brad Lee. 6 minutes exactly to go here, first half. Carmi a 5-point lead. Hines to Aud. Hines.
Nice rebound.
Korn going up above.
Real nice rebound. Big fella handled the ball.
Well, as you say that, Korn commits the foul, and that's 2.
He's frustrated. He's not able to catch the ball in the scoring area. He's putting it down on the deck trying to make a one-on-one move. But when you're 6'9" and you bring the ball down here, you're going to get doubled. You become like a 6-footer. You'll lose your advantage.
And a good play by Dusty Aud reaching in there to take the ball cleanly and get fouled in the process. Kyle Hahn comes back in, and Matt Hines comes out. He did not score. And here's Dusty Aud, 74% free throw shooter, averages a little over 12 a game. Official there, Jerry Troutray, handling the ball. We get another substitution. Jonathan Gomat comes in. Walker goes out. 13 points. Gomat, a 6'3" sophomore. Here's Aud. First point for Dusty.
Now you see the name on the front of the Plano uniforms? The Reapers. Do you know what a Reaper is?
Sure.
What is a Reaper?
A Reaper's a threshing machine. Cyrus McCormick, the whole thing. And come on.
It was invented
You're playing with
Plano.
kids here?
It's a piece of machinery that wraps the wheat.
Absolutely. Home of the McCormick. Reaper. Now we got a foul here. Let's get back to business. Raising his hands at Ben Bradshaw.
Right.
Yeah.
Holding on Brad Korn. In that physical play that they're going to use, they're going to bump him, they're going to hold him, they're going to grab at him. He's got to keep his wits about him.
Another ISU grad. 6-point lead for Carmi. Plano trying to work the offense here. Eric Swanson back up in there as Korn fires but gets fouled.
They're getting Bradshaw again, and it's the right call. He is doing all he can inside. He's playing like Dennis Rodman, to be honest with you.
Giving up 7 inches to Brad Korn.
But he is really banging. See, he's got the arm in the back, and that's a foul. You cannot do that. But if you watch Rodman play Malone, he does the same thing.
And then he gives him a little tap.
Exactly.
Okay. Korn again, this time spins right.
Bring it up. He gets himself in space. He gets that space, and he has an opportunity then to shoot over people.
10 points for Brad Korn, cuts the deficit to 4. Here's Carmi now. Kyle Hahn, the point guard at junior. The only non-senior in the starting lineup for Carmi.
3-2, 1-2-2 zone look.
And they put Korn right at the point of that zone. Right in the middle. Here he is.
Wingspan.
Flapping his arms. Yeah.
Real good defensive sequence here for Plano. They're very active.
Good look underneath. And getting the roll nicely, Jonathan Gomat.
Just as I say it, Carmi exploits a weakness. They find a seam and they find an easy hoop inside.
Scott Miller calling a play. Shamondel up top. Looks underneath and Korn saw he was in trouble. Just try to bat it away. Turnover. Here comes Carmi again, the Bulldogs. Late. Quick hands nicely done and fired off Layton by Eric Swanson, the junior backup point guard. So Plano will keep possession when we come back to Carver Arena. Carmi by 6. .344 first half left to go. Carmi up 6 on Plano. The Chicago Sun-Times is the official newspaper of the IHSA State Championships. Remember to pick up your Chicago Sun-Times for complete coverage of Illinois high school sports. You bet. www.suntimes.com. Get them on the web. Let's check in with Mitch Robinson.
Hey, Mike, in that timeout, Bradley still extremely concerned about Brad Korn. He wants his guys to body up even more. If they have to foul him, he said foul him. Just don't let him get those shots off. Does Korn have a little Keith Van Horn in him? Back to you.
Swanson looking. Shimandle up top. Kyle Klatt, number 3, is in. Once again, Swanson.
Boy, are they working Korn over inside.
Hines is probably using his good shoulder on him.
Korn's got to feel like Evan Eschmeyer did this year.
Klatt holds on for the moment and loses it. But Hines stepped on the sideline or end line. And there are your Bulldog fans. 3 minutes, 9 seconds to go first half. Still a 6-point game as we've been stuck on 20-14 for a bit. From the corner.
Over the top.
Kevin Jensen, and we get another foul on Plano.
Shimandle.
For Justin, that is 3. He's got 3. Korn's got 2. Roberto Flores has 2. In comes Andy Enoch again.
There's your foul. No doubt about the call.
Ryan McCoy comes in. McCoy with 2 points. And Klatt, after a brief turn on the floor, sits down. A look at a disappointed Justin Shimandle. Nice touch by Aud. He's got 2. Lead is 7. 3 and 8. Korn working outside. Has it stripped by Walker. Plano keeps possession as Aud goes down. They're just all over Brad Korn. And the pop by McCoy. Can't buy it.
Well, Carmi's doing a great job, 1 and done on the glass.
22-14, largest lead of the ball game. And the trap works with Korn pushing up the pressure. And coming through is McCoy, and he is fouled by Aud. Dusty Aud, his first.
Let's watch some defense. There's the big guy out playing on the perimeter in the press, and he helps cause a turnover here.
Back to live action. Into the post, and again there's a foul. Starting to mount up. Is that Hines? Nope. Yeah, it is Matt Hines.
Brad Korn needs to continue to be very, very visible to the officials. He can't just stand there and say, well, I'm being double or triple teamed, I'm not going to touch the ball, and stand there. Be very active, very aggressive. You'll get your calls.
Shoots 80% or nearly from the line. 11 points here first half. Been a very quiet 11 points. But heaven knows where Plano would be without him.
In a world of hurts.
Make it a dozen. 5 for 5 from the field, 2 for 2 from the line. He's been perfect so far, Brad Korn. And the pressure from Plano. And a timeout called by Carmi. Wisely, Dusty Aud. Double team. And they will take, is this a 20 or a full?
Full.
Okay. 2:13. First half. 6-point lead for the Carmi Bulldogs. Well, we'll show you the kind of pressure that Plano's putting right here.
See, when you've got a guy like Brad Korn defending the inbounds pass, he's 6'9", he moves well, he's got long arms. Right away, that's not the spot you want to pass it. Now you got your trap set up, you got the baseline, the sideline, 2 players, and if you look at 45, he stepped up and takes away whatever type of ball reversal you have. That's just not the way you're going to attack that pressure.
Well, remember, sports fans, tomorrow a jam-packed day of IHSA. All the high school action on Fox Sports Chicago. We continue with our coverage of the boys Class A basketball tournament starting at 11 a.m. We'll have both semifinals for you. At 3 o'clock, we take to the mat. The top wrestling teams in the state go for the dual team title. And then 6:30, we come back here to Peoria for the consolation game, and at about 8:30 we'll have the Class A final. Oh my gosh. Yes, they're somebody's children, ladies and gentlemen. They're Plano fans. They're having a good time. They've made the trek.
I think you ought to paint your face like that, Mike.
I did that once. That's how I got this job. You know, if it weren't for that, I'd have been Secretary of State.
Mitch Robinson might look good in that basketball helmet head.
Yeah, well, I tell you, go nice with Mitch's bathrobe. You've seen those Playboy promos where Mitch just shows too much leg for my taste, I got to tell you. Well, Brad Korn, yes, if he does, I don't know how many siblings he has, but you know they are all children of the corn. Thank you very much. We'll get that out of the way right now. And no more Reaper jokes, okay? Meanwhile, Carmi, real bulldog defense put on by Plano.
That's as bad.
I'm sorry.
That's as bad as my hand cuffle today.
Yeah. Hahn looks in for Walker. Walker with 13 points has been quiet lately here in the second quarter. Flores has been out. Eric Swanson's been playing that point position, but now look who's up top.
Gravel.
Steps called on Korn. Carmi, a good look there at Coach Bradley. 8 years. And area turnovers, comparatively few so far, especially on the Bulldog side. Ball across half court. Ball looks into Hines. They go to Walker. Tough pass.
He does such a good job at catching the ball in the scoring area. He doesn't look for the ball when he's not anywhere he can do something with it. Nice job. Gets it right to the basket and scores.
Well, this could be his coming out party for Eric Walker, who's the All-Stater. Look at Brad Korn. Down he goes. The ball went down, came back out. There's Hines. And I don't know if he was, I couldn't see if he was outside the arc, and we'll get 3 or 2. Second foul on Hines. Let's see where the foul comes.
Now there's the pass. They find their big guy, and he gets bodied to the ground. Just about got that ball to go down. You know who he plays a lot like? He plays a lot like Tony Kukoc, the way he handles the ball and likes to shoot that jump shot. He is not going to be an interior player at the collegiate level.
No.
Remember Brad Sellers?
Yeah, I was just thinking. I don't know if you want to associate. Certainly on the college level with Brad Sellers, that's fine. Thinking exactly. Must be.
Great minds think alike, right?
I don't want to go there.
But he's very similar to the way Brad Sellers plays. He's a floater. He's got a lot of skills.
Korn scored the last 9 points for his team. Now, with the final minute ticking down, Carmi with a 7-point lead, and you want to say control of this game through much of this first half, is going to sit on it, set up for the good shot. Both these teams very disciplined, well coached, in many ways mirror images of each other. Under 30. This is Hahn, just watching the time tick away, setting up the play. Hahn goes back off the point. To the corner. Underneath.
Grab it.
Steps called with 6 seconds to go.
Shuffle the feet.
The clear out was there for Odd. Now Jensen to inbound. Kevin Jensen looking. There's Korn. What do you think here?
He's got time. It's on line.
From the shoulder.
Lucky to bank that in.
Well, it counts as a miss, but that's the only one he's had. Meanwhile, his team in a bit of a hole here after the first half of play here in Peoria. It is Carmi by 7, 24-17. Let's go to Mitch Robinson.
Thanks a lot, Mike. We're here with Coach Lee. Coach Lee, you got to be happy. Your guys are working the glass real well, and they are bodying up the corner, even though he's hit his shots.
Well, he's a very good player, and he's hit some shots with a lot of people around him, so you have to give him some credit. But, you know, we've made a few mistakes, but, our kids will play hard, and they'll battle, and just hopefully this half we can just continue.
I got to believe keep attacking the inside.
I think we have to keep going at them, whether it matter if they're in that man or in that 1-2-2.
Great. Good luck in the second half. We'll see you then. Thanks a lot. All right, Mike, back to you.
And we will have halftime activities here at Carver Arena. So stay right with us on Fox Sports Chicago.
Welcome back. Halftime at Carver Arena. Mitch Robinson. It is Carmi leading this one 24-17. Joining me now, 74-year-old Stan Kennedy. 77-year-old Stan Kennedy. You look like you're 74. Stan has been, if you can believe this, 61 years coming to the state finals. The only time he missed it was when he was fighting the war in Germany. 4 years he was over in Germany, missed those. Stan, how far has basketball in these games come? Did you ever imagine that they would be this athletic this day?
No, there's such the offense is so much quicker and faster. When I was in high school in 1936, we used to jump center after every field goal. Those are the changes I've seen.
Do you like the way the game's been going?
Oh, definitely. Outstanding. Those three-point shots are something else. When these young fellas, sophomores, juniors, pop them from way out there, it's something.
61 years of coming to the state tournament finals. Do you have a special memory out of them?
Oh, yes, definitely. And when I was a senior, we beat Fairbury and played in the finals of the section against Braidwood. And Braidwood went and got second in the state against Dundee. And Bill Hocking, captain of Whiz Kids at the University of Illinois. So I remember that. I played against him. I hope an all-stater, but I was so-so.
I hope that I make it 61 years. Thanks a lot, Stan. Congratulations. Stay with us. Halftime just rolling along right here on Fox Sports Chicago.
Halftime at Carver Arena, the fourth quarterfinal of the night. Carmi and the Bulldogs leading the Reapers of Plano 24-17. And when you look at these two teams, in many ways, they're mirror images of each other, but certainly Carmi is doing its thing better than Plano was doing its, David.
Absolutely. If you look at the stars, they're both on the front line. Brad Korn, Eric Walker. Korn, no more of a perimeter player, likes to knock his jump shot down. Eric Walker is just an animal on the glass, but it's all come at the offensive end. He's got to do a better job on the defensive boards. No defensive rebounds, but 4 offensive stickbacks and 15 points.
Show you a couple of highlights. Eric Walker, you talk about him. He averages 13 a game. He's got 15 already.
Well, he really does a nice job. He cleans up the miss here. One of his offensive rebounds gets the stick back. 15 points. Brad Korn is a primetime player, Division I talent, headed to Southern Illinois University. And he's a guy that can really flat out score.
5 for 5 from the field, but his team has got to do more. We'll be back. More at halftime. 24-17 as we continue our halftime activities. Both teams taking the floor for warm-ups. Let's take a look now at some of the statistics. Interesting. Brad Korn 5 for 5 from the field. Both teams shooting well. Neither has made a three-pointer.
No, and very few attempts when you consider the previous game that we did tonight. It seemed like every time we came down, we had a three-point attempt. Free throws, not a huge factor in the ball game. Rebounding, Carmi with 11-8 advantage over Plano. But assists really haven't been a major factor either.
Brad Korn with 13 points. Eric Walker on the other side with 15. Let's check in with Mitch Robinson.
Coach, quickly, inside they're really being physical on Brad Korn. What'd you talk to him and the rest of your team?
We need a little bit more movement inside, away from Brad. And I think defensively, we need to hit the boards a little bit better. We need to be a little tougher on the boards.
All right, let's see if you can do it. Good luck in the second half.
Thank you.
Thanks a lot, Coach. Mike?
Scott Miller talking with Mitch Robinson. There's our score. We'll be back for third quarter action.
that nice?
Yes, sirree. Doug Ulacki, our producer director, he just does such a good job. And those Bulldog cheerleaders. Okay, well, we're good to have them with us. All right. Glad to have you with us, along with David Kaplan, Mitch Robinson. I'm Mike Lederman. Doug Ulacki is our producer-director. David Smith is our floor manager. We are all here with our Fox Sports Chicago crew, and there's the situation. It is take that, no, you take that. The two big guys have done most of the offensive load. Walker for Carmi with 15, Brad Korn 13 for Plano, and here are the Bulldogs on offense to start the second half. Kyle Hahn, Dusty Aud, Nathan Hamilton, Matt Hines, and Eric Walker. That is Aud. Look inside for Walker, not this time. Taken away by Ryan McCoy along with Roberto Flores. The point guard back in with the ball and his two fouls. Brad Korn with 2. And the big bucket right away.
Well, nobody came out and challenged him. He looked, he said, okay, you can give me the shot from the elbow, I'll drill it. And he did.
4 points for Roberto Flores, and he spent a lot of time on the bench that first half with the 2 fouls. Lead now 5 for Carmi. Nice look inside. And there's our Mr. Walker again. Not this time, twice he's been denied.
Jamaica with a real nice defensive play.
Playing with 3 fouls.
It's so important what they do defensively.
Once again, Flores. Not this time. Good rebound, McCoy. Blocked nicely in there by Carmi. Good hesitation dribble, Aud. Dusty pulls the ball out. Hahn doesn't shoot much. Walker does. 3 times in a row now.
You can't buy one right now here early.
Flores on the run, now pulling it back. 1.5 minutes gone. Third quarter, 2 points scored. They've been by Roberto Flores. There he is. Got a double pick over there for Korn. It's down low, McCoy. Short. And pushing it up and taking it away. McCoy.
That's a heck of a job to keep his dribble. That's a heck of a play.
2 Globetrotters there with a contract.
Wow.
Flores, little crossover in the lane. Just did get out in time. And McCoy has it taken away, or does he? Plano ball.
Well, we got a frenetic pace here to start the third quarter.
Not a lot of scoring, but a lot of running up and down the floor. And 3 times Carmi's gone into Walker.
Watch this dribbling. You can fall down. It's not a travel to fall down. Got to maintain that dribble or pick it up and don't roll around on the ground. He keeps the dribble, gets back up, and gets the break started.
The strains of Sweet Georgia Brown echoing through the Peoria Civic Center and the Carver Arena. Flores again with some room. Down low, McCoy. Count it. Ryan McCoy averages 10. That's only his second basket. And the foul.
But real nice job here on low post move. He's forced out a little bit on the floor. He splits through 2 guys. Walker, a very feeble attempt at trying to double.
And the foul is on Kyle Hahn. Sorry, David.
And he gets himself a real good shot opportunity. Walker's got to come down there. He's going to help out. You got to make a better effort than that.
Can't convert the 3-point play. And the lead down to 3. Still no scoring here in the second half for Carmi. Matt Hines. They look inside to Walker, and the 4th time's the charm.
Great job. Real nice patience. They ran that triangle on the left side of the floor, and they said, okay, you shoot, you shoot. Nope, let's go inside, and they found their guy.
Interesting. They've got giving Flores a lot of room coming down. McCoy again. Ryan McCoy with 6, 4 in this quarter. And a 5-second call against Kyle Hahn.
Well, I don't know about that call. There was not a closely guarded situation there. I don't think that's the right call.
Well, close enough for the official. We've got 4:39 to go. Brad Lee not happy with that. Meanwhile, we'll go to break here. Carmi lead down to 3. Well, Carmi shut out so far this third quarter. They still lead by 3. Meanwhile, for the most complete coverage of IHSA sports action, tune in every week to IHSA Sportsnet. Host Tom Waddle brings you all the highlights and recaps of the week's biggest games. IHSA Sportsnet, the official weekly highlight show of the Illinois High School Association. You can see it this Sunday, 11 o'clock a.m. on Fox Sports Chicago.
That's my guy, little Tommy Waddle. My radio partner.
Yes, there are your statistics. And the foul, basket, no, what, yes.
Well, here comes the pass inside. Now they're going to get Nathan Hamilton for the foul. That was all ball. But it's a bang-bang play.
Well, we said Carmi hadn't scored. We misspoke. Walker does have the basket. Meanwhile, shot to the side, no good, but the follow-up. There he is. Kevin Jensen averages 9, gets his first 2. They call him a basketball player trapped in a lineman's body.
That's exactly what he is. But boy, does he get emotional.
He has a sweet shot when he can get it going from outside. He's their best three-point shooter. There, the follow-up made it for 2. Walker again, double team, and this time Korn and Shamandl together force the jump ball.
Let's take a look. Here comes the ball. He's got the seal inside on Shamandl. He's going to go around him. He goes up.
Hello, double up. You get the defense. Clean block. Flores. Not this time, and the rebound. Shamandl's going to pick up his 4th.
That hurts. That one hurts.
Because Hamilton was there, and Shamandl gave him a shot in the back. Grabbed him at the same time, and that's number 4. He's going to come out.
He has to.
Andy Enoch will replace Shamandl. Actually, told me to pronounce it Shamandl. Okay, you say Shamandl. And I'll say
Shamandl.
Meanwhile, it's a 1-point ball game. Plano to lead the ball. Dusty odd. There's Matt Hines. Enoch trying to control Walker down low. Hines fires one up.
A different looking shot there.
Yes. McCoy almost loses it again, too odd. Under to Enoch, turns. Now the opening, not a good shot. Nathan Hamilton been quiet after the first couple of baskets of this ball game. Hines leaves it for Walker and the foul.
Great job off the drive. Hines created the whole deal, and Walker just stepped in and said, hand the ball over, big fella.
19 now for Walker.
There's the drive. He beats Korn. A little lazy on the defense. Here's your down low look. Goes right by Korn like he's standing still. There's your dish. There's your three-point play. Brad Korn's got to do a better job than that defensively.
Three-point play gives Eric Walker 20 points and extends the lead to 4. Under 3 minutes to go, third quarter. There's your game set. Good look to Korn.
Did a great job on a curl move. You can't trail the guy around the screen.
Flores and Korn worked that play all season long.
Real poor man-to-man fundamental there by Carmi. And for Brad Korn, ran the play to perfection.
Double down again on the low post man. Here's Walker again with the double. And getting a hand in, and he's hurt. McCoy, yeah, looks like McCoy really got either turned his ankle, and he's grabbing it. And Ryan McCoy in a lot of pain. Oh, yeah. Oh, right ankle. Oh, you know those. First personal foul, and
wow.
That just says, I hope it's only a sprain.
I can't watch that. I did that and broke my ankle. It brings back a lot of bad memories.
Oh, believe me, all the tape. Come home for Christmas vacation, your parents wonder why you shave your legs. Well,
yeah, it's exactly. I never had the hair grow back on one ankle.
Oh, man. Meanwhile, for the most up-to-date information on your favorite Illinois high school team and high school athletes, log on to the official IHSA website. It's the old www.ihsa.org.
Might find a Mike Lederman hanging out in the chat room there.
You'll always find me in the chat room. Oh, my. But every time we talk about this, I can't praise it highly enough. They do a sensational job updating everybody. Here is Ryan McCoy favoring that ankle. And we sure hope he's okay.
He's tough. It's okay.
It's the kind of thing that's worse tomorrow.
Absolutely, and you don't want to really take much time off of it now because it starts to swell up on you. You got to keep moving.
Tape it up and maybe go back, but the trainers will make that decision.
You notice he's not sitting down, he's standing up trying to keep the weight on it.
Matt Alfredson in for Plano. Alfredson number 51.
We still do not have a three-point goal in this game.
2-point lead for Carmi, coming up to the 2-minute mark here in the third quarter. And again, Brad Lee tells his team to spread the floor. Down low, Walker, number 55, says something to the bench, asks a question. Probably have time to do a turn paper right now, the way they're holding the ball. And of course, the Plano fans just love this. That's boring, boring, boring you hear in the background. Always risky, Doug Gilacki, to take those crowd shots when the opposition's upset.
Absolutely.
1:30 to go. Sitting on that lead, and obviously Plano not going to chase for the moment.
I don't think I would be doing this if I was out there coaching. I would not take my team's aggressiveness away.
It's always been an issue, but Brad Lee knows this team. He's got seniors, lots of them.
Now they're going to attack.
1 minute to go, third quarter. 2-point lead for Carmi. Going up there. Hines going just like a giant bird out there, trying to create some havoc. Jensen out as they're in the zone, the 1-2-2. And Carmi very much content to hold the ball, and Plano very much content to let him do it. This is the basketball equivalent of the prevent defense.
Exactly.
That always seems to backfire. We'll see what happens here. Double stack, double screen to the left side. Taking the last shot, not a good one for Hamilton, and a whistle. Plano ball. All that, and that was not the shot Bradley wanted. We can be sure of that.
Well, for those people that want a shot clock, that's exactly why.
2.2. Flores.
Got a chance. Offset.
All right, we're through three quarters. Carmi, 29. Plano, 27. Low scoring period. We'll be back. All right, 2-point lead for Carmi. As you look at Scott Miller, the coach of Plano, Mitch Robinson's got some interesting information. He was in the Plano huddle during the break between the periods. Mitch.
Hey, thanks a lot, Mike. You'll notice that Ryan McCoy is back, and the Plano coaches said anytime that Carmi will take 2 minutes off the clock while their guy is injured, they'll take it, and they're going to try to work it down low and kick it out to who else? The big man, Brad Corns. Back to you.
Still the zone for Plano. And off, fires up a three, and we get a foul away from the ball. It will be against Carmi.
Eric Walker.
Eric Walker commits his first foul. Check it, that's his second. 3 on the team.
I'll tell you what, McCoy's a gutty kid. He's hobbling. They taped it up, and he's back out here.
Being guarded by Ben Bradshaw. There's the shooting situation. Percentages have dropped, and we're going to get a foul here. Either on Bradshaw or Flores. It'll be on Bradshaw. That'll be 3 on Ben.
Well, it gets physical inside. There's the spin move. Nice job. There's all your contact. They'll get the man on the floor.
Okay, Roberto Flores, the point guard, with a chance to tie. Check that. Chance to bring him within 1. Flores hit with 2 fouls early, has 4 points.
Both free throws to the identical spot. Both fell off the side of the rim.
So still a 2-point ball game. Coming through nicely and blocked. Hamilton. Again, it's Hamilton. Rebound Flores. Plano pushing
Great
down
look.
McCoy.
Great look down the floor. That's what set the whole thing up. Roberto Flores. Give him all the credit for looking down and finding his guy, Ryan McCoy.
8 points from McCoy. The 1-2-2 zone with Big Bird up top. Tied at 29, under 7 minutes to go.
Who's up top?
Big Bird.
Big Bird's going to be looking for you tomorrow.
I think it's a compliment. Here's Hines. Corner rebound.
Taped and he gets 2 quick baskets, and all of a sudden Plano's got the lead.
Timeout Carmi. 6:05 fourth quarter. The original March Madness right here on Fox Sports Chicago continues with the boys Class A tournament. You want madness? You got madness. Controlled madness to be sure. Meanwhile, their team, Plano, on a 6-0 and 10-2 run, and I don't want to, oh geez.
Oh my goodness. What is that?
Maybe the Carmi Bulldog?
That's Mitch Robinson. No. I'm kidding. He and I have a little running battle. Mitch ought to go interview that guy, though. That's an interview right there. You want human interest? We'll give you human interest.
I am speechless.
Dennis Rodman here tonight.
Carmi trying to even things up. They've led just about all the way. Underneath they go to Walker. He's been the meal ticket. And the rebound, Chimando playing with the 4 fouls. Check it. It's not Chimando. Is that Alfredson over there? Yeah. Matt Alfredson comes down with a big good. McCoy playing on the bad ankle. Flores to Korn.
Bring it up. Right where he likes it. Turned to his right along the baseline. They found their man and he drilled it.
7 for 7, 8 for 8, 9 for 7 for 7. Okay, Korn has not missed from the field. And the lead is 4. There's that big 1-2-2 zone. Hamilton trying to work against it. On the point guard. This is back to Hines. 3 players all around Walker as Hines fires way short. Walker tries to save, is on the line. That zone, David, as we notice, is collapsing all over Walker. 3 players around him.
Well, what you need to do is substitute another guard in here. Get somebody that has the aggressiveness off the dribble to take the ball into the gap that the defense gives you and either look for a shooter, get yourself a shot, or look for an opportunity to dump it to Walker.
Well, Matt Hines just gave Brad Korn a shot and got his 3rd foul for his effort. Still no shooting situation. Kyle Hahn has had a spot on the bench. The starting point guard comes in for Hines. Jensen to inbound for Plano. Bradshaw trying to do a job on Korn. Look at McCoy.
Great job. You got a bad ankle? I'd like to hurt my ankle like that.
He scored 6 points since he came back from the sprain. Who knows what it will feel like tomorrow. Right now he is, yes, the real McCoy. 6-point edge. A 10-0 Plano run. They've scored 14 of the last 16, and that breaks it with Hamilton scoring his first basket in the second half. He's got 6.
Nice interior passing, and as soon as he caught it, he knew he had a 6-7 footer, and he buried it. Nice job of running their offense.
Under 4 minutes to go, still very much either team's ball game. Here's McCoy, gets a nice pick from Korn. And an offensive foul. Flores, that'll be 4. Check it. 3 on Roberto.
All right, let's get a look. Magic of replay. Here he comes off the dribble.
It's the left arm pushing off.
Yep. Tough to tell from that angle.
That's the only thing it could have been. There was really no other contact. Hamilton zips it across. On for 3. And we're going to get a foul in the paint. It's going to go, looks like from the expression on his face, Walker. And that's 3 on Eric. Maybe it's the sideburns, but he reminds me a bit of John Thomas of Chabot. We saw him this morning. Although John Thomas is some kind of player in his own right. We'll see him tomorrow in the summer.
He's the best post player that I've seen. We had all the games today. Best post player I've seen in this tournament because he never quits working.
6'6" of nothing but muscle.
We'll have a good challenge tomorrow.
Coming up to the 3-minute mark, going against Quincy Notre Dame. Flores in no hurry to shoot this one. 4-point Plano lead. David, it's been a long day, but it's finishing with a flourish. Here's Korn, hasn't missed from the field yet. That streak's over. First bad shot he's really taken. Odd has it flipped up. Look at Korn. He can't save it. The crowd go, oh my gosh. I think the judges gave him about a 5.7 for that landing. Second, he's missed 2, huh? They didn't count the end of the first half.
Oh, they did?
No, they did not. Look at this. As Brad Korn goes sailing over, they did not count that buzzer attempt from half court he took.
The Olympic judges say 4 9.9
yeah.
for artistic grace diving into the stands.
Hines back in. 2.5 minutes to go. There's your game. It's a 4-point Plano lead. On. It's a 1-point Plano lead.
There you go. That's the first triple. And there's your turnover.
Kyle Hahn, first points in this quarter for Odd. He's got 6.
Big opportunity for Carmi.
Wow. How quickly things turn. We saw it in the first game where a 9-point lead went down to 4. Here's Hahn with a shot. High up, Korn with the rebound. Under 2 minutes to go, the 1-point lead and the ball for Plano. Hold on, here we go. It's March Madness at its finest, I got a feeling. And Hahn commits the foul. And that is a bonus situation, which could work to Carmine's advantage. Flores has had problems missing both his attempts. Brad Lee, from coaching tradition.
Get in there, rebound!
His cousin Darren coaches at Nashville. His uncle coached him. Big free throws here. There's a senior.
Ice water in his veins.
Roberto Flores, 5 points. Heavy off the iron. 36-34.
Well, the number. Maybe we're looking at overtime.
Haven't had one today. Oh, it ties it up. 1:30 to go.
The director, Doug Lackey, said, I'd like to do 3-4 overtimes today.
You haven't had a long enough day, right? Doug's been in the truck all day long. You've been here all day long. Here's Korn. Wowee. Now what do you think? Judging from history.
They'll spread the floor and go for the last shot.
You got it. Well, there's your game in the right corner.
But I gotta, if I'm Plano, I have to be very aggressive defensively. I'm not going to let them dictate everything.
Jensen gets bumped and fights through the screen. Lines outside. Where's our clock? 40. There. All tied at 36. Carmi had the lead most of the way. Plano has taken the lead for the fourth quarter, held it until just now. Now it's tied.
I'd look for a dribble drive and try and find Eric Walker cutting to the basket.
15 seconds. McCoy missed on the takeaway. Here's Walker. 10 seconds. Here's your ball game. On the spin. Blocked by Korn. Well, you want to play some defense? Now's the time.
That is what a senior and an all-state player does. He steps up and he finds a way to make the play. Brad Korn gets the hand up and swats it out of bounds.
Well, Plano thought Carmi was calling a timeout. They're not. Here we go. 1.8 seconds. Hamilton to inbound. Now they'll take a time. Bradley, 8th year, first time in the Elite Eight. Their big win against previously undefeated Hillsborough has gotten them here.
All right, here's our dribble drive. Aud tries to get a layup, and Korn very wisely does not get his body anywhere near the shot, but he gets that big palm and knocks it out. What a great camera angle. Look at that.
Oh.
What a great camera shot.
Poster. Just
Get it
a
out of
poster.
here.
The Carmi huddle around Brad Lee.
Now, I'll tell you, if you're Brad Lee, this is, you drive to work every day and it pops in your mind. God.
He must be a friend of the other guy.
Yeah, playing the Elite Eight, and I got a diagram of play with 1.8 seconds left to get my team a chance at a semifinal berth. You fantasize about an opportunity like this.
Be the first time either team goes. Here we go, 1.8. Oh, it's got the shot.
Sure.
We're going OT. Oh, it had the opening, but was falling back when he took it. Didn't get all of it, and just grazed the front rib. There was the man of the moment, made that game-saving play.
Who told you overtime? I knew it. Felt it.
I just admire you. If you can handle it, we can handle it. Everybody loves this. We'll take a break. We'll come back for the overtime. Carmi in Plano. Ready for the overtime. 4 minutes up on the clock. And this has been a goodie. Along with Mitch Robinson and David Kaplan, I'm Mike Lederman. And our Fox Sports Chicago crew bringing you March Madness. And it can't get much madder than this. In a good way, of course, at the end of regulation, 36 all.
You want to talk about some even statistics. We're tied at 36. Rebounding is 22 to 21. Carmi with a 1 rebound advantage. Turnovers 9 to 8. Assists 8 to 6. Steals 6 to 5. I mean, everything is pretty much right there. But second half shooting for Carmi, 28%. 5 of 18.
And Plano shooting 50% for the game. There's Brad Korn. Meanwhile, tomorrow, remember, we've got a big day for you. Got the semifinals in the morning, and we'll have help for him, and then we'll have the wrestling dual team championship, and then we'll have the consolation in the Class A final. Get a violation right off the bat. So it'll be Carmi ball. They're the Bulldog fans. Have to give the Plano fans, at least the ones we've been able to spot, either points for originality or points for serious need of a life. That's fun. It is fun. I want to go back to that guy in the, oh geez, the blonde wig. Oh, help me. Dave Ennett should really enjoy that. I don't know why.
Bring Dave Ennett in here to go interview.
Dave will be back tomorrow.
Dave will look good in the blonde wig.
Korn tries to steal it and does.
Real nice job defensively. Gets a hand in, creates the turnover.
There is Flores at a big basket. Boy playing on that bum ankle. Played beautifully ever since, and we get a foul underneath Hahn. Kyle Hahn, his second, well, make it his third. And Plano will shoot. Brad Korn goes to the line where he has missed one all day at a three.
Scott Miller was back, please. Tell me he was shooting. Doesn't matter. Scott, he just knocked the first one down. He'll get the bonus.
7 for 9 from the field. Now he's 4 for 5 from the line.
Well, he's got a soft touch.
Nothing hit the rim. All right, 2-point lead for the Reapers. Bulldogs with under 3 minutes to go here. We're in overtime. What a game this has been. Plano has been showing that tendency to let the air out of the ball when they get ahead. Now they've got to work it patiently. Eric Walker calling for his teammates to come over and set a screen for him. Down low. Hahn, quick release. Rebound Flores. 2:25 and counting. Roberto Flores has played an outstanding game tonight. Shimando. Shimando again, and back to McCoy. Coming up to the 2-minute mark here in the OT. Korn just staying low in the post. Have a feeling we'll see him flash when the time comes. Here's McCoy. Forget the bad ankle right now. 1:45 to go. 2-point lead in the ball for Plano. They are in the bonus. And the foul out here. Flores will go to the line as Hahn commits his 4th. Plano still has a couple of fouls to give. They've only had 4 for the half. 9 now for Carmi. 1 more is the double bonus, but Flores again has been inconsistent at the line.
He's a guy that's 74% on the season.
Missed 3 out of 4 tonight. Not even close on that. Big 1-and-1 miss. So, a minute 30 coming up. Down by 2. Carmi the ball. There's that 1-2-2 from Plano. The zone has been effective. Walker had a big first half. He's been held in check the second half. Too strong on that one. 1:15.
Well, he got a decent opportunity.
Walker with 15 points the first half, 4 on the second. Oh, it goes down, no call. McCoy watching the clock run to a minute, and down he goes. And this is going to be either 2 points for a takedown.
I'll tell you what, the steal opportunity was there, but McCoy did a good job hanging on to the dribble. That ankle is really bothering him.
I think of the...
Right, now watch the hand. There's the ball.
Yeah.
And then there's your foul. And that ankle rolls again. Wow. He is going to be icing that thing big time tonight.
5 points for Ryan McCoy. I'm sorry, 12 points for Ryan McCoy. Let's take a look at the foul situation. Plano with Shimanda with 4, but Hahn and Hamilton each with 4. Hines and Walker with 3 for the Bulldogs. Well, Reapers not getting it done from the line here in crunch time.
Well, Plano's killing themselves with these missed free throws.
Scott Miller just could do nothing but pace. They missed 3 straight.
Potential 4 points that they've given back in the last 30 seconds.
Under a minute to go. 2-point ball game. Carmi with plenty of time to go for a tie and force another OT or go for a win. Hamilton with the stop and the pop.
Boy, real nice jump stop in the lane. That's close to a walk.
30 seconds.
Close as you'll get to a walk.
Flores signaling the play. Court is up high. Now they change. Clock at 10. You see it in your screen. They go to Coyne, knocked away by Hines.
6.4 left.
Timeout, Plano. Well, if the Reapers do lose this, they've got themselves to blame, and it's the foul line. That's where games are won and lost. Not trying to sound cliched, but so often where you put a team on the foul line, the free throw line, and teams make it. Ice a game that way. One more time tomorrow. That's our schedule. We start with the semifinals, game 1, followed by game 2. We begin at 11. We'll be here for that. The dual team wrestling takes center stage and center mat. That'll be at 3, an IHSA championship event. And then we come back starting at 6:30, the consolation game, and immediately following that, the boys Class A final. Here as March Madness reaches a crescendo. Brad Lee.
Remember, RL, okay, running 45 off the street. Yes, don't let it start now. Hey, keep 11 for penetrating. Who you got? Switch with me, Mark. I know where they're going to go to. I know where they're going to go to.
Some penetrating.
What's a game time hoop?
Yeah, here it is from Nathan Hamilton.
Pretty good jump stop. I don't think that was a travel.
Well, Patrick Ewing, that wasn't even a step.
Patrick Ewing would have ripped the rim down.
That's true. There we go. There's another person who obviously has a second career.
You mentioned free throw shooting. Carmi 7 of 8 tonight. Plano 6 of 16.
Ouch.
That's a killer.
Serious ouch. Okay. It all has come down to this. Tied at 38. Each team with a bucket. Flores. Clock is moving. They give it to Coyne off his foot. And what's the call?
It's going to go to Plano with 2 seconds left.
Ed Coyne very lucky there. He had to bend all 6'9" down to get it. Plano calls another time. Wow. Well, that play went nowhere. We'll be back after this. Well, there is the official advisor to some Carmi outlet. I don't know, somebody's dad or mom, or
Well, I'll tell you what.
leave it alone.
That's just not a good look. Wow.
Okay, yeah, there are your Reaper fans. More conventional, but nonetheless equally as enthusiastic. A lot of folks here at the Carver Arena. About 12,000 capacity and not too many empty seats. Okay, overtime, tied 2 and now Carmi will take a timeout. Well, they could just buff the floor and we could start the semi. The way things are going.
Unbelievable.
Well, White County, the Bulldogs, 28-4 on the season. That's their huddle. Let's check in with Mitch Robinson.
Hey, Mike, in essence, in the last time out, Brad Lee said, don't foul. Let him take the shot. With 2 seconds left, he's just saying, don't foul. He doubts that they can hit the pressure shot. Back to you.
Well, when you've got Brad Korn underneath and, you know, maybe they'll throw that high lob, that Larry Bird special.
Absolutely.
Carmi, we told you, they were in the Sweet 16 a couple years ago in '97. Made the Elite Eight this year. There's the reset. Plano gets the possession now, such as it is. Brad Korn has certainly been all he's been advertised to be. 19 points. Excellent percentages from the field. Defensively, he's had it when he needed it. Sitting next to him, Kevin Jensen with a big bucket in the second half, his only 2. And Plano, remember 2 years ago, this team 2-22 with many of the same players. When Scott Miller took over, he made a commitment to go young. There is Eric Walker.
He's been quiet since that zone defense was expanded to clamp down on him.
5 points in the second half, 20 for the game. Okay, Flores to inbound with 2 seconds to go. They go to Korn, got the look.
That is what the All-Staters do. Great job. They got him a shot opportunity, and he buried it. March Madness in high gear here at Carver Arena. Wow, what an ending.
The Reapers are just bananas, overcome with emotion. There's your winning coach, Scott Miller, his first trip to the Final Four. Mitch Robinson is with him. Let's go to Mitch.
Guys, we're here with Coach Miller, and Coach, I heard in the other huddle they said don't foul. They didn't think you could hit the pressure shot, and boy, the guy came through. Brad Korn.
Yeah, great pass from Robert Flores. They executed it perfectly. Can't say enough about Brad Korn. He's done that for 3 years for us, knocking down big shots, and I felt really confident if we get the ball in his hands there, he'd knock it down, and great job.
I want you to enjoy this one, but we have to look ahead. Ryan McCoy rolled over that ankle twice. What could that mean tomorrow? If it's going to swell up, it's going to happen tonight.
Yeah, he broke it during football. That's part of the reasons of our injuries. It gets a little twisted now and then, but I think he's going to be fine tomorrow night. Tomorrow morning.
How well will you sleep?
Not very well, but this is what March Madness is all about. It's crazy. We're so happy for our kids, the community, our student body. It doesn't get any better than this.
Last one of the night, the best one. Mike, back to you.
Okay, Mitch, and there's Scott Miller. We'll have some final thoughts when we come back. Plano wins it in overtime. Brad Korn celebrating 40-38. Well, the town of Plano's gone crazy. You know, it's just a short hop from Aurora, but let me tell you, they're flying right now. 40-38, the final in overtime. Let's show you the buzzer beater, the winner. Brad Korn, go analyze this one,
well,
David.
He comes from the middle of the painted area, but people trail Brad Korn around the screen. Nobody cuts through and even puts a body on him.
Well,
very poorly defended. Let's get a low angle here. Here comes Brad Korn. That's a clean look. You cannot give up a clean look with 2 seconds left in the ball game.
It's also our Pepsi play of the game, and Plano will live to fight another day. It all starts tomorrow. Fox Sports Chicago's coverage of America's original March Madness continues Saturday at 11 a.m. The boys semifinals, Waterloo-Gibault meeting Quincy Notre Dame in semifinal number 1, followed by Rock Falls taking on these Reapers from Plano in semifinal number 2. For David Kaplan, Yvonne Simmons, Mitch Robinson, I'm Mike Lederman saying so long from Carver Arena in Peoria. Fox Sports News coming up next. We love it. Hope you did too.
Uh-oh, we got trouble. Please, not me. That's got to hurt.
Gracie!
We gotta do something. Charge!
Ah!